Question number 12. Chai invests some money. By the end of the first year, the value of the investment has decreased by 35%. By the end of the second year, the value of the investment has increased by 40% of its value at the end of the first year. This is a very important point. Find the overall percentage change in the value of the investment. So there was some investment, but we are not given the value of the investment. We are not given the exact value. We just know that it was some amount of investment. So we call it X. Now, X was invested, and by the end of the first year, the value of the investment has decreased by 35%. Now, when we talk in terms of percentage and we say decrease of 35%, it's as if we had 100 and 100 was reduced by 35. That is known as a decrease of 35%. So, 100 minus 35 becomes 65%. So, a decrease of 35% is a 65% value of the investment. So, the investment in the first place was X. At the end of the first year, it decreased by 35%. So, X turned out to be reducing by 35%, so it became 65%. By the end of the second year, the value of investment has increased. Now, in the second year, the value of the investment has increased by 40% of its value at the end of the first year. Now, this is the value at the end of the first year. This value has increased by 40%. So, we need to understand that it is not this value which is increasing by 40%. It's not this. It is the value at the end of the first year that is increasing by 40%. Now, coming again to increase of 40%, when we talk in terms of percentage, when something is 100 and it adds 40 to it and it becomes 140, we say that it increased by 40%. So, an increase in 40% value, which means 140% of the original value. Now, we are talking about the value at the end of the first year. So, this is the value at the end of the first year. So, we write it as it is, X into 65%. This value, all of this, will increase by 40%. So, it will become 140%. Now, in this question, the final thing that we need to figure out is what is the overall percentage change in the value of investment. So, this is what originally we had, X, and now we have X into this value. Now, we can simplify this, what we have at the end. So, 65 into 140 divided by 100 times 100, which is 91 over 100. So, this value at the end of the second year is X into 91 over 100. Now, we know that 100 over 100 is the complete value. 91 over 100 means 100 was reduced by 9%. Now, originally we had the full amount. If we multiply this by 100 upon 100, so 100 upon 100 is 1. So, that was a wholesome value, 100% value. 100 upon 100 is just 1, so it's giving us X. But now it has reduced to 91 upon 100, so the percentage change is 9%. It has reduced by 9%, so the answer is 9%. Next question, question number 13. We need to solve an inequality. Now, when we talk about solving inequalities, the method of solving an inequality is exactly the same as we solve an equation. What is different in an inequality is that if we multiply the inequality by a negative number, or if we divide the inequality by a negative number, the sign of the inequality reverses. So let's start by solving. We take the 5 to the other side because division goes to the other side and becomes multiplication. So we have 5 into 4 minus 3x, and that is greater than 6 minus x. So we multiply out the bracket. 5 into 4, 20, minus 5 3s are 15, and that is greater than 6 minus x. In order to solve, we can bring the like terms together. Like terms are the variable term, minus 15 on this side and minus x. So we bring the minus x onto the other side and it becomes positive x. Likewise, we take the 20, which is a constant value, to the other side and it becomes minus 20. So minus 15x plus x is greater than 6 minus 20. So we have minus 14x is greater than or equal to minus 14. Now we need to take the minus 14 to the other side. It's because we need to find x, so x has to be all by itself. Minus 14 is being multiplied. When multiplication goes to the other side, it becomes division. Now here we are doing what we said earlier. If we do, then the sign of the inequality must reverse. We have minus 14. When we take it to the other side, it goes into the denominator and it divides the other side. So we are dividing the inequality by a negative number, and hence the sign of the inequality must reverse at this point. So we have x is less than or equal to minus 14 divided by minus 14. Minus 14 divided by minus 14 is 1. Therefore, the answer is x is less than 1, less than or equal to 1. That's your answer. Next question, question number 14. Y is inversely proportional to the square root of x minus 2. So let us write this. Y is inversely proportional. Inversely proportional is always in the denominator. Inversely proportional to the square root of x minus 2. So we change the proportionality sign by equal to k. So we remove it and write equal to k divided by root of x minus 2. Now we have the formula that is connecting x and y. So we will use this formula. We are given that x is 4.25 and y is 12. We will substitute these values into the equation. So we have x as 4.25, y is 12. So in place of y, I write 12. K is unknown. In place of x, we write 4.25. So we have square root of 4.25 minus 2. Therefore, 12 is equal to k divided by root of 4.25 minus 2 is 1.5. We can take the 1.5. Division goes to the other side and becomes multiplication. So we have 12 times 1.5 is equal to k. And we find the value of k as 18. Now, we can use this formula that we have, and this time we can plug in 18 for k, and value of k does not change because it's a constant. So k will always remain 18 for this question. So here we copy the equation y is equal to, but in place of k we write 18. 18 divided by square root of x minus 2. Now we have the value of y as 3. We are given the new value of y as 3, and we need to find the corresponding value for x. So we plug in the y value as 3. 3 is equal to 18 divided by root of x minus 2. X is to be found, so we will bring the entire root of x minus 2 to the left hand side. It is in the division at the moment. When it comes to the left hand side, it will change side and it will go to multiplication. Likewise, 3 is in the numerator. When it goes to the other side, it will go in the denominator. So we have root of x minus 2 is equal to 18 divided by 3. That will give us root of x minus 2 is equal to 6. 3 6 are 18. Now x is inside the square root sign. We need to get rid of the square root sign in order to find the value of x. So we can square both the sides. Squaring the square root cancels the square root because they are both opposite actions. So square cancels the square root. And now we have x minus 2 is equal to 36. Therefore, x is equal to 36 plus 2, x is equal to 38. Therefore, x is 38.